Welcome, everybody, to Mud Flood Was Armageddon. Mud Flood was Armageddon. Don't let them tell you anything else unless they're willing to debate you in a fair and honest way. I guess you could call this a special episode. Did I find a secret orphan hidden website? Something's up here because everyone knows I'm a very busy person. Did two shows yesterday, very important shows, and at the risk of wearing myself out, I need help from experienced conspiracy minded people using their own brains. I kind of wrote it down like this. P starts so many words as a letter. P starts so many words as a letter. Perception, propitiation, propriety prospers like phosphorus burns in the air. Please pay attention as I'm asking for helpful insight from humans that use spirit led lives because they have been changed in their heart some way, somewhere along the way to the truth and the light. I am that salt Paco referred to in the title of this video. The Most High loves, loved, and will love. I ponder, perceive, and perhaps peace like a river of life will flow from my big brother, the Prince of Peace. Hola, Zach. You will not believe, and I'm glad you said hola and not I can't hear you because that means I can perceive. Right now, Zach is that second mouth of two or three witnesses and whoever else popped on because you're not going to believe where this has gone since last night. I was checking out this video.
That's 360 for this counts as the first letter of Uranus.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get that other. I have this one already pulled up. So the disclaimer is right here because I'm going to be looking at some videos. But there it is. Not going to just use them. It's this kind of stuff. I was looking at it all day. Is that another picture? Oh, that's the picture I want to save. Okay, that's where I start after the disclaimer. Un momento.
It's an interesting possibility. Of 11,100.
Greek gematria. What do we know?
They're
What do you
definitely
know?
in
Conspiracy
cosmic.
minded people, help me out.
Now, what's interesting is in the very next sentence.
So this, I watched that. It came from picking out the secret language of numbers. I'm going to say only 430 because this has been around since 2011. Right after September 11, 2011, which was another big 9/11 date. 430, that's not very many for so long. Let's say Sergio, somebody like that, he'll have 430 by the end of this month, more than likely. Did I watch it? Did I have another video before that?
The natural world and the supernatural.
Okay.
This is the second of 3 videos.
So this is what I woke up to. 32 views 2 days ago, and I thought, I've done videos on Melancholia 1 by the same guy who does that map that people like, that they think it's a flat earth because they says, look, a magnetic mountain in the center of the North Pole. Well, that's a globe by the same man who drew this. So Maybe we'll come back to it. Was it because I still have a click back? What was I doing watching before that? Oh, it was my algorithm. So I got to pick some. This is like what YouTube gives me to pick from. Fit for a queen. Who would ever go out of their way to go like, I want to go to the library and watch men dress up like they're fit to be the queen? So that's my algorithm. Let's go back to what I chose earlier
This
today.
is the second of 3 videos delving into the secrets of Albrecht Dürer's Melancholia. Here I will be examining the geometrical underpinnings of the engraving. It may well be.
So they're going to just, do the little introduction. Here's the picture, and he talks about there's the compass. He's showing the gematria. He just jumps right into it, of course.
Rates them exactly with the word melancholia in Greek, and it gives the 2 themes equal weight.
Probably not too many. I know RJ will remember this because we talked about magic squares. We did the show about this, then we did a show about magic squares. We were bouncing everywhere, doing the gematria thing. Look, you can bounce in anywhere, and it just keeps going, man. This guy, they have it all figured out, ready to keep it running since 2011 to get these 32 views, to get this message out. And doggone, if he doesn't put in the due diligence and the hard work.
Not just a right-angled triangle, but one of the most important triangles in all of geometry.
All right, so that sets the stage for whatever this is. Oh, wow. What is this? Is that? Huh. Time for the pictures. So here was the first picture. I did the screenshot when I'm there. Like, what's going on, man? What is up with all this? And so I watched another one of his videos. You can see this one is called Iceberg of Unsolved Mysteries of Physics. This was linked there by Science File the AI. After I was watching that sacred geometry thing. And then this flashed up there because it only flashed up for a second. This was like that subliminal thing. And so I stopped it, slowed it down in the settings to 25%, and was able to capture this screenshot. I was there. I was surprised because I thought it said melancholia because it was that quick. And I said, did I just see somebody flash melancholia at me? But it was Meland heliophobia, Milan heliophobia. I think that's how I phonetically remembered it. So I searched it, of course, and it only came up with this one of all of the results, because aren't there just supposed to be billions of results when you search something? So I searched that, and there was one result, and it said Balneotechnics Unpleasure Prolusions House of Representatives Restlessness Enterococcus Extensile Stork Trooped Unmistrusted Mincer what? Dasurius Super Requirement Stige. And then even the co-pilot said, hey, you search for this, ask me anything, let's talk about something else. All right, I wanted this, so I did it. I clicked that link. It was the only link. What was I going to do? So it came here. Just one of the ones, and it's, I could have gone down. I did. And so you see, it's got these are emails of people. Weird, huh? At least I think so. Is that? Oh no. Is that not crazy enough for you? I mean, here's the website that it led to, or one of them led to. One of the links that I clicked on from this, because it was it. Well, if you click on, well, let's see, I clicked on that one already. It looks like. Let's just pick another one. Firehouse, Colcord. It's somebody's email. Nextsoft@handmail.net. I don't want to do. I don't want to send these people any email. Then there's all these other ones down here. Prawns. You can click it. All right. And this one, it's not a very fast website. Okay. What do we got? The choices for their emails. How about confessed livable? Twice confessed livable. You want to email them, teacherdom. What is this stuff here? And when I first started watching this, it reminded me of the Bard code. And we'll go back to the one video, and maybe I'll look up the Bard code if any. But one of the websites led me here. Welcome to a site devoted to uncovering secret information from the past. These pages detail research that all originated in one burning question: who wrote Shakespeare? Well, that's the John D. Francis Bacon thing of the Bard Code that leads, and, so he's using the picture melancholia that eventually, like the Bard Code that uses Shakespeare, will lead us to Pythagoras, the Greeks, and that they knew about the angles of the pyramids. That is the Bard Code. And, there's the Bard, and it's, you might find this one part interesting. As we're supposed to believe this. It says he was the first person in 473 years to publish and draw attention to the main gematria code of English. It was around 2002 that I made my next big breakthrough. When I put the first letter of every line in the sonnets into a 14 by 154 grid. I wonder how, was that your first choice? Not a lot of detail there. I discovered the acrostic message. Kit Marlowe wrote this. The sonnets, I guess. It had always been my main hypothesis that Christopher Marlowe, who apparently died 12 days before the name Shakespeare was first appended to a piece of writing. Okay. So it's the old Bard code thing. Give me a little idea of what the...
It is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So the size of the angles runs in a 1, 2, 3.
See, we got the center of the stone sphere, and it connects to the ball on the top of... See this this winged creature is writing with a compass part of, there's a writing part and a pointy part. It's all lined up with the magic square that gives the date that supposedly the North Pole map maker, who also did this, because, there's he wanted to find an angle in it. If that's not enough, let's jump ahead. What else have we got?
Of that book. The line also generates a second divine proportion, or golden section, although this requires knowledge of the center of the polyhedron's pentagonal
Pay attention to the
face.
voice and everything. It might as
proportion
well be the
lies in a shortened
barcode's
line
brother.
taken between the edge of the sphere, at C, and the star. It's very appropriate that both instances of the golden section are dependent on the position.
This is very important. Phi, but he's only getting warmed up.
That is now 8 triangles of 30, 60, 90, including the original, in which they are all located. It is almost a fractal pattern in reduction. The kite shape itself has angles of 120, 90, 90, and 60.
This man is only warming up.
Really enough evidence to say what that reason is. However, one can speculate. The 126-degree angles may point to the gematria value of the Hebrew word for perfect beauty.
Right now, I want to welcome Brother Randy to the show. He's on the phone from live in Wisconsin. Yeah, I went live with this whole hidden mystery stuff. It's blowing my mind, RJ.
Well, I'm outdoors all morning doing some welding, tinkering, whatever, and I just checked my phone messages and seen what you had left me a little earlier. It said 9:42 or something.
Okay. Well, that'll be a good refresher because now that you're here, that means more people will probably pop on. But what kind of, do I need a hammer drill? Because I know I need one of those sideways drills, but do I need a hammer drill? Do I want it bumping on the rock? I want it as smooth as possible.
Yeah, but it requires.
It needs that vibration.
Well, you go with them stationary, core drilling machine.
Yeah, I don't have time. I can't get a press here.
Yeah. See, mine, but you can, if you have a decent hammer drill.
That's what I was thinking, because I've got the money now.
Disable that function.
Oh,
You
yeah.
generally have a couple different speeds as well. Even though it's variable, you'll have the high and low and variable, or it's it's whatever RPMs. But and that's what you probably want to consider when
well, yeah, I'm considering this $250 drill that's been refurbished and is on sale at Harbor Freight for $90.
Well, that sounds like a
pretty good deal. Yeah, because that way I could afford, a couple of those $40 core bits. Yeah, let me know when you get your computer because I don't want to keep the other people on the live. So. Are you on the? Oh, you're still outside working. Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Just checking in.
Yeah. Well, you're going when you have time. You're going to have to check this out and give me a call. Okay.
Well, yeah, that won't be until later. It's another softball game tonight.
Okay.
It's actually even a little later than the one last night. So eventually we'll connect. But,
you know it. Hey, thanks for calling, brother. I really appreciate it and much love, man.
Yeah.
So here he's rolling, and these are magic numbers of what they consider magic in that whole Wiccan world. The black fingernails, blue hair.
Michlo. The 108-degree angles could point to He-Echel, the golden calf, or to Mot Even, a stumbling stone. In other words, the quest for perfect beauty ends with a graven image, a molten idol. And
he's only getting warmed up.
Thus we now have a rhombus pointing from the sphere to the date. And with one triangle removed, we have an irregular pentagon shaped like the pentagonal face of the polyhedron. Only in this case, the pointy
This is the man's life work. He's only warming up.
session. So if we take 1/120th of 25,920, we get 216 years, which is 6 cubed, or 3 cubed plus 4 cubed plus 5 cubed. 216 was a number of great significance to Plato, and those wishing to dive deeper down this rabbit hole might find chapter 5 of Alistair Fowler's book, Spencer and the Numbers of Time. This obviously is the pi ratio. One can also play around with patterns of 5 or 7 such small circles within.
That is a microwave. What do they call those little resonator things? It starts with an R also, but that is a microwave.
The rainbow. And I'll come back to the symbolism of wheels within wheels in the following video.
So these guys are nuts, right?
The two triangular faces have 6 angles of 60 degrees, and therefore a total of 360 degrees. And the 6 pentagonal faces of 540 give a total of 3,240. The complete figure thus has 3,600 degrees in all its angles.
Let's pop in on this
Magus
one.
John Dee highlighted this sentence in his introduction to Billingsley's translation, along with his lover by Piero de Medici.
What?
Pouting lips and the cherry-red skullcap is actually known to history as one of the founding fathers of the Renaissance. Giovanni Pico della Mirandola is famous for his Oration on the Dignity of Man, which is generally described as the manifesto of the Renaissance. He was also one of the main architects of the Christian Kabbalah. Born at Mirandola near Modena in Italy in 1463, he only lived to the age of 32 when he was poisoned along with his lover by Piero de Medici. One of Pico's most seminal statements is that by numbers a way is had to the searching out and understanding of everything able to be known. The Elizabethan magus John Dee highlighted this sentence.
He was a total Satanist that was getting messages from demons and passing them on to the Queen Elizabeth, whose son was the King James 1611 guy.
In his introduction to Billingsley's translation of Euclid's Elements of Geometry. And he explained that the constant...
You know what? I think that Euclidean geometry is not that bad.
4,000 miles is the diameter of the sun. And the great year of precession...
They build it all around a globe universe, trying to imply they built the Shakespearean code to build up and maintain the illusion, the lie that the Renaissance, that the world needed a rebirth, because we know that the Renaissance was the end of the golden age. Bard, not nard, code, not node, that bad. Hey, there he is. What up, Bard Code?
There are lots.
Let's look at his most popular stuff here.
The iconic Vitruvian Man, drawn circa 1490 by the great Leonardo da Vinci. It's probably...
All right, so... Told you. And we were studying this last night, right? Same deal. Different people, same voice. Kinda, huh? Maybe?
What they found challenges our entire concept of what this enigmatic work
Hey, that's
of art
not the guy's the Bard Code voice. The guy I'm thinking of was English, but he's probably copying him.
exact geometrical match of the Earth-Moon pyramid relationship. and its mathematical relationship to Earth and Moon, centuries before these were supposedly known.
Uh-huh. I'm buying that. Here you go. And ta-da!
Chambers in ourselves
Barcode does
is
it
our
better.
ultimate purpose.
The other real
And the Great
barcode.
Pyramid, but a metaphor for the true measure of mankind.
This guy is not the real barcode. That guy has an English accent. Let's type in Giza or pyramid. Barcode pyramids explained. They already had it right there for me. Oh, I think I saw the guy. I think that's the guy. Let's hear his voice.
Is there.
Alan Green is the guy that discovered the Shakespeare or whoever he really was. And Marlowe. That's what we just found out. That's what another guy thinks. He's stealing your stuff. And the ancient Egyptians possessed modern Greek scientific knowledge centuries ahead of their time. We never heard that one before. You got anything better on the pyramid? Where's the one where it does the whole chariots of fire music when they expose like bum, 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 in the code of Shakespeare? We found this, and it led them right to the pyramid. So amazing. Now I'm not getting anything that doesn't show barcode. Giza, the holy gale of. Well, anyway, it came from these guys, which came from, this is that crazy website, man, that, I searched from seeing this word in, a flash that maybe I should see it. What time was that? The timestamp there, 8:59. I think I'll close with the showing you that in melancholy. Let's see, where was the one that Science AI?
So remember how black holes have an infinitely dense and destructive singularity at their center? We can't even hint at the presence of extra neutrino types or even new physics beyond what we
Right. So this is regular speed. They're just tapping away here, talking about these anomalies, and I'm just like, wow, I'm still thinking that was, how am I going to tie in this new barcode type of a situation with, and then I'm there like, you see how I could think that said melancholia? So I searched it. I think that I've shown you that that's how it works when you're dealing in real time with the spirit and wondering what's going on. There's something new. Is that not a orphaned, secret, hidden? I mean, who are those emails? What are they talking about? Ways to get this barcode out there? Because it's the Bible. It's the Lord Jesus Christ, and it's the way it's taught here on this flat earth nation to the people who know the golden ages past, because the mud flood was Armageddon. The mud flood was Armageddon. I'm never going to tell you anything else, and neither are my friends. Nekame. Aloha. Adios. Arrivederci, ciao, sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, and good.